For years, American Idol fans have dreamed of one thing almost as much as discovering the next Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood. Seeing Dolly Parton sitting behind the judges' table, flashing her dazzling smile, sprinkling her trademark humor, and delivering gentle, glitter-wrapped wisdom. Rumors about Dolly joining Idol surface every few years like hopeful butterflies. And every time, the country superstar politely brushes them away. But now, after a recent wave of speculation, Parton has finally offered one of her clearest explanations yet. And, in true Dolly style, it's warm, witty, and rooted in heart. A legend who knows her lane. In a world where celebrities jump between music competitions the way others change jackets, Dolly Parton has remained remarkably firm. She is not, and never will be, an American Idol judge. It isn't because she dislikes the show, the singers, the cameras, or the chance to mentor new talent. In fact, she has expressed the opposite. She loves the excitement and admires the grit required of contestants. She's also friends with several Idol alums and has appeared for themed episodes in the past. But serving as a judge, that, according to Dolly, would require a kind of bluntness she simply does not possess. "It's hard for me to criticize people," she once said with her signature sparkle. "I would have a terrible time telling somebody they weren't good enough, even if they were." It was the most Dolly-esque answer imaginable, a combination of honesty, warmth, and a hint of self-deprecating humor. Yet the explanation goes deeper than shyness or politeness. The weight of a dream. Dolly Parton understands better than almost anyone what it means to chase something improbable. She grew up in a one-room cabin in the Smoky Mountains, a world far removed from TV lights and red carpets. Every opportunity she ever had was something she created through relentless determination, fearless imagination, and a refusal to be told no. She knows what it feels like to be young, talented, terrified, and desperate for a shot. And she knows how one harsh comment can feel like a stone tossed directly into the heart. Parton's refusal to judge is, in many ways, an act of empathy. "I wouldn't want my words to be the reason somebody gave up," she has said. "People hang on to things you say. I don't ever want to be the reason someone stops believing in themselves." She has built her career on lifting people up, in songs, in interviews, in philanthropy, even in theme parks. She is not about to pivot to telling teary-eyed contestants their vocals were a 4 out of 10. Behind the scenes, Idol really wanted her. According to insiders, American Idol producers have tried to woo Dolly more than once. And not quietly. At one point, they discussed offering her a record-breaking salary. At another, they floated the idea of letting her design her own Dolly-fied judging environment, rhinestone microphones, butterflies, pastel colors, even a miniature Dollywood cabin facade. They weren't wrong to try. Dolly is one of the few celebrities with near-universal appeal. Young or old, rural or urban, pop or country, everyone smiles at Dolly Parton. But persuasion has never been a problem. Dolly's mind was made up. She politely thanked them, offered to perform or mentor when her schedule allowed, and turned down the permanent role again and again. To her, being a judge is simply not part of her purpose. Dolly the encourager, not the eliminator. If Dolly were ever to sit at the judge's desk, you can picture the scene. A contestant steps forward, nervous hands trembling. They sing. Maybe they're pitchy, maybe they're brilliant, maybe they're somewhere in between. And Dolly, sweet, glowing Dolly, would find the good in them. She'd turn any critique into a compliment. She'd talk about their spirit, their heart, their storytelling. She would absolutely refuse to crush anyone's dream. Producers know this. Viewers know this. Dolly knows this. Her magic lies in encouragement, not elimination. She would be incapable of saying, "It's a no from me." And America loves her more because of it. The burden of being beloved. Another rarely mentioned factor. Dolly understands her influence, and she respects it. If she loved a contestant, millions might automatically vote for them. If she didn't love a contestant, even if she tried to frame it kindly, the impact could be devastating. Her fanbase is passionate and fiercely loyal. Her opinion carries weight that she does not take lightly. I don't want to sway people, she has hinted. Everybody should find their own favorites. Being beloved is a blessing, but in situations like a competition show, it is also a responsibility. Dolly chooses not to wield that power in a place where it could shape or shatter someone's future. Creativity without conflict. Another reason Dolly avoids long-term commitments like Idol. She is busy, insanely busy. The woman runs an entertainment empire: music, books, movies, charitable programs, and of course, her beloved imagination library. She releases new albums, writes new songs, produces specials, designs rides for Dollywood, funds children's hospitals, and still makes time to bake cookies for friends. A multi-month TV contract would tie her down, clutter her schedule, and limit her creative freedom. If Dolly can't give something 100%, she simply won't do it. And judging contestants, that's a full-time job, not a Dolly-time job. A different kind of mentor. Even though she avoids the judge's chair, Dolly remains one of the most influential mentors in music, just from a distance. Countless singers say she inspired them to pick up a guitar, chase a dream, or dare to write something honest. Her lyrics have comforted generations. Her generosity has opened doors for thousands of children and families. If American Idol is about discovering stars, Dolly Parton has quietly helped create more than she or the world will ever know. And she did it without holding a scorecard. Will she ever change her mind? Could Dolly Parton ever reconsider? Could the glittery American Idol chair ever be hers? Never say never, but Dolly says never. She insists she prefers cameo appearances, themed episodes, or mentoring from the wings rather than the spotlight of judgment. And honestly, it's perfect that way. Dolly Parton doesn't shine by criticizing others. She shines by loving them. A final word: why Dolly? No makes her even more perfect. In the end, Dolly's refusal to judge isn't rejection. It's alignment with her deepest values. She is kindness wrapped in rhinestones. She is generosity painted in neon dreams. She is proof that you can be honest without being harsh, strong without being cruel, and successful without stepping on anyone. So no, she'll never be an American Idol judge. But she'll always be American music's greatest cheerleader. And that's worth more than any title, paycheck, or primetime seat could ever offer.